interrupted quickly, so we're going to head back to the Amex Stadium and rejoin Chris. We are very sorry that we've had power failures, we've had a lot of technical difficulties, but for the last half an hour we're going to rejoin Chris, who's going to take you through to the end of the game. Back to Chris at the Amex. I do apologise for the lack of. Back to Chris now for the end of the game.
All right, now we're back. Fortunately, we haven't really missed much. It's yeah, it's been one of those moments. Anyway, we reach. Brighton got to the top of the byline, attacking the goal to our left. Then Murray was advancing forward. Solly March tried to cross the ball. This went out for a corner. So we carry on. As it's going to be knockouts to take this one. Knockout whips it in towards the penalty spot, but it's headed away only as far as Kyle. It's a shot deflected. Oh, and it's at the roof of the nets. It wasn't far away at all, that one. It wasn't Kyle, actually. It was Solly March in the end who had that shot, the one who won the corner. Took a wicked deflection, started dipping, but hits the roof of the net. It's whipped in on the far side. Oh, and the goalkeeper has come for it, and he's not. It's gone in the back of the net, but it's been given as offside. As Chris Houghton is just in discussion with the fourth official, having a bit of a whinge, I imagine. Anyway, Tottenham gets back underway, advancing down this near side of Eric Dyer, of all people, loses the ball out wide, and now a chance for Anthony Knockaert advancing down this near side. It's Solly March tries to get the ball in the box now, and it's been cleared away. Solly March causing all kinds of problems. It's game's springing into life for this last 25 minutes. We might have just cut out the boring bit of this half. Hopefully, we shall we shall see. But glad if we managed to get going again. It's going to be whipped in. Two players are down in the box. It's going to be crossed in again by Knockaert. That's gone deep and high towards the back post, heading towards the danger area, towards the penalty spot. Now it's Dembele looking to bring it away, being held by a player, but they've released Eriksson on this near side. He's in a foot race with Gaten Bong. Bong has managed to win it, although he's now got it back to Ryan, plays it forward, and now March back to Duffy. Plays a long ball forward towards Glenn Murray. Now it's Osaidi, I think it was his name. Kyle marauding forward from that holding midfield role. There's an opportunity here. A chance for Knockaert. Checks it back onto his right foot. Shoots it straight at the Tottenham goalkeeper. And Anthony Knockaert, who hasn't had the best of games, he could have blasted it. He was 6 yards out and he trickled it straight at the goalkeeper. Massive missed opportunity there for Brighton. Incredible. He literally checked it back onto his right foot, put Alderweireld on his backside, gets to the edge of the 6-yard box and just plays it straight to the goalkeeper. He hasn't had the best of games, Knockaert. It wouldn't surprise me if there were substitutes getting ready to replace him. Anyway, Tottenham have the ball back now as they bring it over the halfway line. Here's Eriksson advancing towards the Brighton box in the middle of the park. One back by Kyle. Although Gaten Bong gives it away because he ran straight into his own player. Now Tottenham in the Brighton half. Gets it to Dembele. Dembele now to Moura. Moura playing it, tries to play it wide on that far side to Danny Rose, but didn't quite come off for him. And there is a substitute getting ready for Tottenham. It's going to be Son coming off. Hasn't really done much in this game, Son. And it's going to be Lamela coming on for him. Just looking at the pile-up that happened in the box. So Eric Dyer got shoved over, which then it caused Glenn Murray to fall over, which is what they were appealing about. But it's not really a penalty. It was more of a case of it was just a collision of bodies, really. But Lamela is on for Son for the remaining 23 minutes. Ball's gone back to Matt Ryan. Lumps it long towards Glenn Murray, who looks like he's being held, but the referee says nothing. Kyle seems to have been moved into a more advanced position. He's at least a long way up the pitch. And so the ball is lumped away by Alderweireld, only as far as Lewis Dunk. Now it's Bissouma trying to play it forward up the touchline on that far side. Knockout. Inside to Proper. Proper now to Dunk. Tried to play it forward, but gets a second go at it. Dunk then dinks it over the top towards Gaten Bong, who's made a long run forward, but hasn't won the ball. And now Tottenham look to break away here on this near side. Here's Eric Lamela. Eriksson. Eric Dyer. Dembele. Alderweireld just inside the Tottenham half. Just a reminder, Tottenham are taking the goal to our right now, and Brighton are taking the goal to our left. Launched forward by the Tottenham goalkeeper towards Harry Kane, who holds it up just inside the centre circle, lays it off to Eriksson. Eriksson then plays it on to Danny Rose, advancing on that far side touchline. Tries to get it back inside to Eriksson, but it's cut out by Gaten Bong. And now it's a throw on the far side to Brighton. This was the chance earlier for Knockout. Kyle just played him in brilliantly, but it just didn't work out for him. He just couldn't get a decent contact. And that was a golden opportunity for Brighton to equalise, but it's not going their way. It's Matt Ryan with the ball, lumps it forward to this near side touchline. Harry Kane wins the header, but it's gone straight back towards the Tottenham defence. Kane battling away. Eric Lamela getting involved as well. His knockouts. Gaten Bong is just getting a bit scrappy on this near side touchline, just on the halfway line. Here's Bong again, wins the ball back. Can Brighton keep hold of the ball now? Knockouts, no. Gives the ball away. Eric Lamela. Gets to Eriksson. Now Lamela again on this near side touchline, just inside the Brighton half now. Tries to nutmeg Bong, but it doesn't work. Bong having a physical tussle with him, and that's gone out for... That's surely a Tottenham throw. It is a Tottenham throw. Certainly got highly contested and highly charged on this near side. Trippier plays it to Alderweireld. Alderweireld gets it back and then gives it to Dembele in the centre circle, who proceeds to give it back to Alderweireld. Vertonghen now, he wants a touch. Back to Dembele, who wants all the touches. Alderweireld again. Playing a long ball over the top on this near side, looking for Eric Lamela, but he wasn't quite on it. Oh, and the commentator's dream, the name which I can't pronounce. Number 16, Johan Bakash, is what I'm going to go with. Johan Bakash. I think that's how you say it. The number 16 for Brighton will be coming on at some point, as the ball is lumped long. Now Ryan again. On the edge of his box, lumps it long again. Looking for Glenn Murray. Murray flicks it on, manages to, well, directed it towards Knockaert, but it was cut out, although Knockaert's had a second go and he's chipped it over the top. Knockaert gets it back, plays it inside to Kyle. Kyle now to March. March gets it into the box, but it's headed away by Alderweireld, and now Brighton have an opportunity from this corner. Will Tottenham be allowed to make their substitution now? Not Tottenham, Brighton. Are they going to have it now? Nope. Knockaert's going to take this. Going to take this corner on this near side. Knockaert whips it in towards the back stick, and it's a free header, and it's headed over the bar by, I think it was March again. Great opportunity. No, this time it was Lewis Dunk. He got free of his man, Eric Dyer, but he just got under it and headed it up and over. A defensive header when you're trying to head that goal is not what you need, but that's what happened. 72 minutes gone. And the substitute is March, the man I just mentioned. He's coming off for Jan Bakas. He's making his 5th Premier League appearance this season. All of them as a substitute. Hasn't been able to nail down a starting spot. And away we go as the ball is hoofed straight back into play by Tottenham. And here is Dembele. Danny Rose bringing it over the halfway line now. Danny Rose advancing and still going and getting hacked down by Bissouma, who picks up a yellow card for his troubles. Danny Rose just kept going and going and going. Bissouma came along and stopped that in rough and tumble fashion, but picks up a yellow card for his troubles. Pochettino not looking very happy about that, but they get a free kick about 40 yards out from goal, and they take it short and quickly as Eriksson now on that far side. Here's Danny Rose getting it back. Dembele. He's got Eric Dyer to his right, uses him in the middle of the park, inside the Brighton half. Kane dropping deep, plays it off to Trippier. Trippier almost trips up, but manages to keep his footing and gets it to Harry Kane. Kane still going forward, tries to whip in a cross. It's not a very good one, but it's come to Danny Rose on that far side touchline near the byline. Is Eriksson. Eriksson tries to whip in a cross, but it's deflected and it's gone out for a Tottenham corner this time on the far side. Dele Alli is being spoken to, so he may well be joining the action shortly. He's up on his feet. I think he's being told to warm up if he hasn't already. So we shall soon see Dele Alli on the field. It's going to be whipped in. No, it's not. It's been played short to Dembele. Dembele still going. Dembele has a shot. It's blocked by Kyle. And it's gone out for a throw in line with the edge of the penalty area. To Tottenham still. Tottenham still have the possession. Dele Alli just putting on multiple underlayers, making sure that he's warm enough. Won't want him to get a cold out there. Tottenham carry on. They throw it all the way back to Alderweireld, who's in the Tottenham half now. We're going all the way back to the Tottenham goalkeeper. Brighton perhaps pressing high up as the substitute's coming on. Oh, wow, that was well played by Alderweireld. He just chipped it past. Oh, and then Kyle gets nutmegged by Trippier as they pass triangles out of that high pressing game by Brighton. Now Tottenham looking to counter-attack. Here's an opportunity. Danny Rose whips it in from the byline on the far side, and it's put in by Eric Lamela from the penalty spot. We just saw one of the best team goals you will ever see this season. That was a clinical counter-attack. Goodness me, that will be a highlight for you to go watch that goal on Match of the Day tonight. That was incredible. Before Brighton even knew it, they were pressing high up into Tottenham's half. All of a sudden, 3 passes, bang, they're on the counter-attack. It was played out wide to Rose, who did brilliantly at the byline, whips in a cross that was on the penalty spot, and Eric Lamela left-footed strike into the bottom right-hand corner of the Brighton goal in front of the Spurs fans. That was an absolute cracking goal. A brilliant team goal. Ryan just can't get to it as it's curling away from him. Not much he could do about those, but what a team goal that was. That was terrific. The way that started, the way that Alderweireld chips it over one Brighton attacker. Trippier then casually nutmegs Kyle to get it back to Alderweireld, who then sets up the counter-attack. That was just incredible. What a goal that was. Poetry in motion, that one. As, this is before Dele Alli's even come on. But Brighton now, well, they've got 13 minutes to come up with 2 goals to get themselves something from this. As Lucas Moura is going to be the man who makes way. He's put in a good shift. Hasn't really had the end product. He's had a few decent runs, but it wasn't really causing an impact on the game. So Dele Alli is going to come on for the last 13 minutes, and we shall see what he can do. So Lucas Moura getting a standing ovation. He definitely put in the effort tonight. He definitely put in a shift. Just wasn't working out for him. And Dele Alli, well, he's back in action. Had a bit of an injury layoff, if I remember correctly. But we're in the 78th minute now. We've got 12 minutes left to go. Brighton also looking to make a substitution shortly. Whether they're going to be allowed to make this one now. No, they're going to play on as Tottenham take the throw. Lumps long straight away towards Harry Kane, but headed straight back into the danger zone by Dunk. Now Dele Alli straight on the ball, gets it to Lamela on that far side, heading towards the byline, checking back inside towards the centre of the park, tried to get it back to Dele Alli, but it was cut out by Cropper. And now Brighton looking to perhaps counter-attack themselves, and it's a free kick to Brighton as there was a foul in the build-up. Substitution may be allowed to be made now, so it's going to be the number 9, Lokeda, who's going to come on for Basuma. So Lokeda for Basuma, number 8 for number 9. Coming on for Brighton. They need goals, and they need them fast. Can Lokeda be the man to make that difference? At present, they've got a free kick. Deep in their own half. Those lumps long straight away. Looking for Glenn Murray. Lokeda couldn't get his head on that one. Hoofed back into the danger zone by Gaten Bong, but he can't win it. And Dele Alli nods the header on to Eric Lamela, who's got a fresh pair of legs. He's got Harry Kane to his left, Dele Alli to his right. He's got it to Harry Kane. Kane looking for Dele Alli. It's been deflected, but Dele Alli still got it, heading towards that far side byline, towards the corner flag. Gets it back to Lamela. Lamela back to Dele Alli. What can he do here? Just being forced backwards. Tries to bend it round the corner towards Harry Kane, but it doesn't quite come off, and it's hoofed away by Brighton. It's a great first touch as well there by Knockout, but unfortunately gives the ball away to Dembele, who's on that far side touchline after winning the ball back. Now Dele Alli. Harry Kane has dropped deep to receive the ball. Lays it off to Lamela. Now Ericsson in the middle of the park of the Brighton half. Now Kieran Trippier. The pass was a little bit short from Ericsson, but Trippier recovers well. Gets it back to Alderweireld, who has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. Brighton again pushing quite far up, but they'll be wary now. They push too far, Tottenham can just bang 2 or 3 triangles and they're in your box. Here's Lamela. Looking for Rose, gets it to Rose. Now Dele Alli just inside his own half, gets it forward to Kane. Again, drop deep to receive the ball. Here's Dembele bringing it forward even more. Rose now in the centre of the park, in the centre circle, driving forward. Lamela. Dele Alli. Looking for options. Plays it back to Ericsson, just on the edge of the centre circle in the Brighton half. Ericsson 1-2s it with Trippier on this near side. Looking to dink it forward towards Dele Alli, but that's going to go straight through to the goalkeeper Ryan, who plucks that out of the air easily. Rolls it out to Duffy. Now Montoya. Heading over the halfway line. Gets past Danny Rose easily. He's driving forward, Montoya. Looking forward to... Oh, it was close for Kyle, but he couldn't quite get it under his control. It's gone out for a throw, though, on that far side. Brighton did have come back from a 2-goal deficit in 2 straight Premier League games before today, so it wouldn't be a shock if they did now, although they've given the ball away by a silly offside. The substitute, Lokeda, threw it on and then received it back when he was still in an offside position, so schoolboy error that one. We're into the last 8.5 minutes now. There may well be some added time as well. Chris Hughton demanding more. A big 10 minutes ahead for Brighton. They've got to try and get something. Lumped along by the goalkeeper towards Harry Kane. Kane wins the first header, wins the second header. And, oh, goodness me, Eric Dyer's hit the deck like a sack of potatoes. He hasn't got back up in a hurry. It's a foul by Knockaert on him, and it's a free kick to Tottenham. Oh, yeah, well, when you get a boot to the chest, you are going to feel a little bit winded. It wasn't Stud's side, it was Lace's side, so that's probably why he's got away with not even getting a booking for that. Bit of a surprise, but he could have warranted a high foot, that one, but there you go. It's a free kick, very central, but you're about 40-45 yards out, so unless you're Cristiano Ronaldo from 2008, I don't think this is a shooting opportunity. Ericsson stands over the ball. Whips it in towards the back stick, headed away, but nope, it's not going to be kept in play. It's gone out for a throw to Tottenham. In line with the edge of the box. Harry Kane, I don't think he's going to throw it. Although he's taking his sweet time in retrieving the ball. And then Danny Rose is going to take this one. He's got Ericsson short. Dele Alli's also come short. Tried to throw it to Harry Kane, but it was intercepted. And now Brighton, well, I would have said that Brighton looked to counter-attack, but they've just lumped it long. Tottenham have the ball back, and immediately it's back in the Brighton half. Looking for Dele Alli. Still going, Dele Alli on the edge of the Brighton box. Has a shot with his left foot, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. And Brighton have a player down, which the referee is going to stop it for. It's Lewis Dunk. Oh, there's blood. It looks like a nosebleed. Don't get it on your shirt, buddy, otherwise you'll have to change your shirt. So we have a blood injury here. Oh, he did take a bit of an elbow from Lamela. Wasn't a deliberate elbow, but it was more a case of he put his arm out and Lewis Dunk ran straight into it. He's got a nosebleed for his troubles. We're just going to have a look at Eric Lamela's goal here. It's a perfectly whipped cross by Danny Rose straight onto Lamela's left foot, who half volleys it into the bottom right hand corner. That looks like it's going to be the winning goal unless Brighton can come up with something in the next 6-8 minutes or so. Thing is, Brighton have had plenty of opportunities. We had that Kyle chance earlier on. Knockaert. Kyle played him in. All he had to do was put his foot through it, and he tried to side foot it, and he went straight at the goalkeeper. That is one of the misses of the season, without a doubt. It's a sitter. As Dunk has finished receiving treatment. Norwich are now 1-0 up against QPR. Thank you, Panini. 85 minutes gone. Tottenham 2. Brighton Hove Albion 0. It's an uphill struggle now for Brighton, I feel. Been more clear-cut chances. It's certainly been the last half an hour, fortunately, whilst we've been live. It's actually been reasonably exciting with chances, but it's been the brightest spell of the match so far. Whether Tottenham decide to slow it down or not, we shall see. But just keeping the ball in their own half again is Alderweireld. Plays it forward. Tried to find Eric Lamela, but he couldn't quite control it. It had too much heat on it. Bong's going to take the throw on this near side. Halfway line throw. Lamela wins it back. Gets to Dembele. Dembele goes back to Vertonghen. Vertonghen then goes back to his goalkeeper. Alderweireld shows a wide option and receives it on the byline. Tries to dink it forward to Lamela. Now Eric Dyer gets it in to Dembele. Dyer gets it straight back though. Now Alderweireld gives it to Ericsson in the centre circle. Just brings it over the halfway line. Dembele steps over it, lets it run through to Dele Alli. Dembele trying to get past his man, tries to play Danny Rose on that far side. Dele Alli then swings a leg at it. It goes out for a throw. He tries to claim it, but the referee says no. As we're into the 87th minute almost. I would say who was your man of the match, but it's really hard to say because there's nobody who's really stood out to me, to be honest. Both Dembele and Dyer have done a brilliant job of holding down the midfield for Tottenham. As an opportunity perhaps for Harry Kane as he gets into the box, has a shot straight at Matt Ryan, who gathers it at the second attempt. Lamella's giving him some smack talk by the looks of things, which Ryan is like, get out of here, mate. I think he's Australian, isn't he? I think it's because Lamella just sort of put his boot in when he shouldn't have done. Anyway, I think Matt Ryan's probably been the standout performer. That save in the first half would probably be the only real highlight for me. I mean, obviously, the Tottenham's second goal was superb, but they're currently playing it around at the back again. They're just kind of maintaining possession, which is a smart thing to do when you're in the lead. Deny ball. If they don't have the ball, they can't score with it. As they switch it to this near side with Dele Alli, who flicks it on to Lamella. He's on this near side byline, tries to get it back to Dele Alli, almost sells him short, but Dele Alli recovers, plays it in to Eriksen. Eriksen running out of space rapidly, being closed down, gets it into Lamella. Lamella gets it out to Dele Alli. Dele Alli plays it across the face of goal, but there's nobody there to swing a leg at it, and it's gone out for a throw. For a goal kick. Sorry, that would have been a terrible ball across the face of goal. But tell you what, Brighton's defence was all over the place. But if anyone gambled at the back stick, then they would have had an open goal. But nobody did. It was great work from Dele Alli. Tottenham certainly ending this game in the ascendancy. Have they been the better side the second half? Marginally. 2-0 is a little bit flattering. Here's Knockout on this near side. Can he finally do something in this game? Gets it inside to Glenn Murray, who has a shot from the edge of the semicircle, and it's not particularly impressive. But Brighton fans making their ways towards the exit. They've seen enough to warrant leaving, and to be fair, they might have made 2-0 comebacks before, but are they going to be able to do it in 1 minute? Long ball over the top. Kane tried to flick it on, but it's gone straight through to Matt Ryan, who hasn't done a lot wrong this game. Made a cracking save earlier in the first half and has commanded his area well. Tottenham again winning the ball back on the halfway line, looking to counter-attack. Here's Lamella driving forward towards Harry Kane. Harry Kane has a shot. Matt Ryan with another great save. It's gone out for another corner to Spurs. But I'm telling you what, if Matt Ryan wasn't in between the sticks, we could be looking at 3, maybe 4-0. Tottenham have been impressive this second half, at least after the hour mark. I was going to say that first 15 minutes of the second half was rather average in terms of, well, yeah, it just wasn't exciting. Anyway, 20 seconds left of regulation time, as some may call it. And it's a corner to Spurs on the far side. Are they going to whip it, or are they going to play it short? They're going to whip it towards the penalty spot, headed away by Dunk. And now Brighton, if they can score now, it could make the last 2 minutes exciting. It's 4 minutes of added time. The Tottenham goalkeeper's had to come out and claim that long ball, and he's hoofed it into the second tier. My God, that was quite the clearance. It's a throw to Brighton in line with the edge of the Tottenham penalty area. The ball has actually made its way back from the second tier. Impressive. At 4 minutes of added time. Brighton looking for options here. They haven't really got much. They're being well closed down. Just in line with the edge of the penalty box at the moment. Trying to get it inside to Knockout. Now Kyle. Back again. Opportunity perhaps for Montoya to whip it across. He does whip it across, but it's headed away by Dembele. Headed back into the danger zone with an opportunity perhaps for Montoya again. And it's a shot from the edge of the box, but the goalkeeper of Tottenham, Gaza, has held on to it with both hands. Montoya rifled that volley into the ground, which made it a little bit easier for him. So, to be honest, I think if any Tottenham players are going to get man of the match in this one, I think Dembele has commanded the midfield this game, really. He snuffed out any major opportunities for Brighton. Eric Dyer's been there, but he's not really stood out as much as Dembele. I've been sat around saying Dembele's the open man. Dembele wins the ball back quite a lot this game. So I think if you have to pick one on the winning team, it would be Dembele. But Goalkeepers Union Man is saying Matt Ryan is what has kept this score at 2-0 this half. So you can't do much about the penalty which was scored against him, and the goal that was scored against him in the second half was curling away from him, so you can't really do much about that. Two minutes left of added time as a long ball is played forward towards the Tottenham box, but it's dealt with again. And Tottenham now, could they break on the counter-attack? Danny Rose has got the ball. He's bringing it out from the defence, but it's cut out wonderfully by Kyle. And Brighton, though, being forced to go all the way back to Matt Ryan. Last 90 seconds of this game. Brighton, I think they're just going to have to accept defeat. Oh, and they've given the ball away, and Harry Kane is one-on-one with Matt Ryan. Harry Kane, oh, he shoots it straight at Matt Ryan, who has denied Tottenham again. Well, Harry Kane struggling, and now an opportunity perhaps for Brighton. They could break away here. It's up on the far side. Opportunity perhaps for Brighton. They've got a goal back. It might be too late, but it's Anthony Knockaert. He was on that far side, cut inside from the byline, shot left-footed into the left-hand side of the goal. And we've got 60 seconds of injury time left. It might be too little too late. Not much celebration. There's a long ball out from Kyle, I think, just straight to the opposite side. The Tottenham defence was completely asleep, had freedom of the borough. Knockaert cut back inside, put Danny Rose on his backside and buried it into the bottom left-hand corner. But I get the feeling it's going to be too little too late for Brighton. Cracking finish from Knockaert. It's been the only time he's had a bit of end product. Surely not. Surely not. Could Brighton fight back to another 2-2? But there might be an opportunity here. They've played it across. It's Anthony Knockaert again on the edge of the box. Knockaert again! Oh, it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. That was a chance. In the last 10 seconds. We literally could have had it then. Knockaert, he should have a hat-trick. But he just didn't connect with it cleanly. It's hoofed long by the Tottenham goalkeeper, deep into the Brighton half. The referee looks at his watch once. It's gone back through to Matt Ryan. There's surely no time left. We're 10 seconds over the 4 minutes. The minimum 4 minutes. A long ball over the top for Brighton. It's headed away by Tottenham. It's a free kick to Tottenham, and that will surely be that. The referee looks at his watch one final time. The final whistle goes. They huffed and puffed Brighton, but they just couldn't get anything from it. Eventually they got through, but it was too little too late. Tottenham, with a controversial first goal, I must add, but in the second half they were the better team. They switched off a little bit for that consolation goal for Brighton, but ultimately Tottenham, they were worthy winners with 72% possession in the game in total eventually, and they were the better team, and certainly in the second half. But that is about it for my coverage tonight. I apologise about the difficulties we had earlier, but fortunately we didn't miss anything. We got to commentate on all 3 goals, and Tottenham get back into the win column. As Panini says that Eric Dyer, man of the match, one nasty question mark, says Eric Dyer as well. And okay, so the comments going for Eric Dyer as man of the match, then fair play. We'll give it to Eric Dyer. Also, full time between Norwich and QPR. Norwich have gotten away with a victory at Loftus Road. They'll be happy with those 3 points in the Championship. But anyway, that is my coverage done and dusted. Hope you all enjoyed listening. I enjoyed my comeback as much as it was technically gremlined, but stuff happens. I'm going to hand you back over to John Stuttard now, who may well be able to get you some reaction from the earlier matches, but I'm off now to go and have my tea. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll hand you back over to John. I'll be back next week, and I'll hope you'll all be there to listen to my maybe not so high-pitched voice this time round. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you later.
Thank you very much to CW, and thank you to Chris there for sticking by me. I do apologise with the gremlins. Also, it wasn't helped with the fact that I'd been working on a night shift the night before, and I'd fallen asleep, believe it or not, just before half time as well. So I do apologise to people that might have been offended. Obviously, we will be back next week, of course, and Chris will be in the commentary box at some point. Just want to let you know, hopefully we won't have any interruptions for our live offering next week, tomorrow afternoon, where I'm down to do the commentary. West Ham against Chelsea. The game will be live at 1:20 this tomorrow afternoon. The Sunday match makes a welcome return to the channel, so join us if you can for that one. I just want to see if we can get Sean Dyche's interview before we leave you tonight, and get you his opinions on a successful day, successful afternoon for Burnley. As you heard in most of the coverage this afternoon, we obviously covered Burnley this afternoon. So let's see if we can get a reaction to Sean Dyche, because this was an important victory for all, really. As we just bear with us, and hopefully we can get some reaction. And yes, we can get some reaction. This was what we were due to get at half time, but this is Sean Dyche's reaction after Burnley earlier on in the Clarets match live beat Bournemouth by 4-0. Here's the reaction with Sean Dyche.
Was that result coming, did you feel?
Well, sorts. We were really poor the last game out. We knew that. We spoke with the players, and they're very honest in their assessment, as they often are. Reminded them of the good work they've done over years here, some of them. Reminded them of how proud I am of what they do. And then we spoke about, getting back to us, getting back a feel of us. We've had a couple of moments when we have done, and I've mentioned that. Very good start of the season down at Southampton. Very good performance first half against Watford. Not good enough in two of the other games, and Man United were too strong. So you have to be honest with the mixture of performances and results. But we come out of here today, and I thought we deserve credit for the mentality of the side. It's very difficult when you haven't had that win and the noise starts building. So to get that win is very important for the players. But it's a start. It's not the finish, it's a start. So we're pleased with that start. Got that first win, and now we look to continue.
What were the best things about the start that you had today?
The energy, the feel of the game, the control of the game in the early parts of it, but also making chances, knocking on their door, forcing them back, creative in different ways, which we want to be. I've made that clear every interview I've ever done. We're a threat from set piece, we're a threat from direct play when we had to, we're a threat from good play. 4 very good goals for different reasons. So, and equally had to defend diligently. They changed their shape at half time. It affected them well in attack, had more of the ball, but not so much in defence because they were open. We had to capitalise on that, and I thought we did.
There's 4 goals, I think, from 5 attempts on target. Tell you how clinical you were today.
Well, that's one of the points we've been talking about with the players, because if you look to the chances we've had this season, goals change games, not just the scoreline, they change the whole mentality. We've had massive chances against Southampton, against Watford, early in the game to change the whole feel of them games. We didn't take them. Today we did. And we're going to have to do that. We're not always a side that makes 25 chances, but we made good chances today. That's the key. It's not always about the number, it's the quality of chance. And I thought the quality of chance that we made today was very good.
And the timing's always important in football matches. 2 quick goals and then an important save at 2-0 by Joe Hart. Things like that have to happen too, don't they?
Yeah, we weren't really in trouble. I thought we were absorbing the pressure they had with the ball well. I don't think they've knocked on the door too much, but it was a very, very important save. And, they opened up that line and got him behind us, and Chaz makes a decision to not go. And then Joe Hart stood up well, and he's in good form at the moment. So it was an important save. But I think overall it would have been unjust for them to get something from the game today, because I thought we were good overall.
Just a thought on Aaron Lennon. I mean, going backwards, he did a lot of great work. He's been involved. He scored his first goal for you today. Players like him are such important, integral parts of what you're doing, aren't they?
They're all important. I think the buy-in of the group is important, and I think, like I said, we had a chat about that this week. What we stand for, we believe in that for us, by the way, not for anyone else. What we're about. That's an important factor in the successes we've had. And but I was so pleased for them today. The delivery of the performance. You reminded them before the game, as I mentioned, how proud I am of what they've done, what they've achieved. But also reminded them Now that you've got there, then we fight for it. You know, we fight for the right, because we have been recognised because of last season's performances. That's a different feeling about the group, but it's a great thing. You know what I say? Get your shoulders back, and now it's about carrying on. Like I say, today's a start. It doesn't guarantee the next one, but it gives us a nice start and it takes some of the noise away, so they can get on with playing football.
That was Sean Dyche there on Burnley's fantastic 4-0 win over Bournemouth today, and it will always, and that could be a catalyst for something a bit better, or hopefully a kick-start to Burnley's season. Right, let's before we leave you tonight, because we're going to be as I say, I do apologise, so let me go through what happened in the Premier League today. Fulham and Watford drew 1-1. The goal scorers, Mitrovic after 78 minutes, Gray had scored in the first couple for Watford, so the points there shared, but Watford having a decent start still to the season in 4th place at the moment. Burnley 4, Bournemouth 0. Vidra, Lennon, and 2 from Ashley Barnes. You already know about that. Manchester City were on a goal scoring spree today at Cardiff. Funnily enough, are Burnley's next opponents, and they had a fantastic win over Cardiff. Aguero getting the first after 32 minutes. Ronaldo doubling the lead after 35. Gundogan making it 3 on the stroke of half time, and then 2 second half goals from Riyad Mahrez clinching the victory there. Palace Newcastle, that finished goalless in what could be a best begotten game up at Selhurst. Leicester City 3, Huddersfield 1. Jorgensen had given Huddersfield the lead. It actually equalised after 20 minutes. Maddison scoring the second goal after 66. Vardy finishing the job after 75, and Leicester back to winning ways. Liverpool 6 wins out of 6. What a start to the season for Liverpool. I don't even think half the teams that won all those championships under Shankly, Paisley and Dalglish had a start like this. An own goal by Hoyt after 10 minutes. Joe Matip with a goal, and then Mo Salah back to goal scoring form 3 minutes into the time at the end of the first half, enough for the 3 points. One of the results of the day was at Old Trafford, where Manchester United were held by a very good Wolverhampton Wanderers side, proving that they're no flash in the pan here. Fred had put United ahead, but then contrived to let João Martinho equalise for Wolves, and they got a well-deserved point. And you have to say, Wolves certainly are the surprise package at the moment, and Brighton, as you just heard, losing out there 2-1 to Spurs, who stopped the rot of bad results. So the table as it stands now, Liverpool played 6, 106, 18 points. City are second. Chelsea have still got a 100% record. They haven't played today, and will play in the Sunday game tomorrow, which you can hear live on the JB Claret YouTube channel at the London Stadium against West Ham. So they could still go joint top. Watford have 13 points from their 6 games. Wins, a draw and a defeat. Spurs into 5th. United in 6th. Bournemouth started the day in 5th, now in 7th. Leicester and Arsenal and Wolves completing the top 10. At the wrong end of the table, Huddersfield now prop up the rest. Cardiff second bottom on alphabetical order, because Cardiff and Huddersfield have the same goal difference and the same amount of points. And then come Newcastle and West Ham. Burnley up to 16th with a timely victory this afternoon. And that brings us to the end of our coverage. I am very sorry that we've had some power problems, and I've had some issues myself today with sleep and stuff, but I hope you've enjoyed what we have brought you, and hopefully you haven't had your enjoyment spoilt too much. But we'll be back tomorrow with that big West Ham Chelsea game. We'll be back in mid-Tuesday with a Caramel Cup tie, and of course more Premier League action next weekend too. But until then, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your rest of the weekend. Enjoy Match of the Day tonight if you can, guys. And we'll see you very, very soon for some more commentaries. And don't forget, FIFA 19 content next Friday onwards. I'm gonna announce it here now. We're gonna do a Wolves career mode, so watch out for Wolves career mode on FIFA 19 from next Friday onwards. So don't forget, next Friday we'll be starting the first episode of the Wolves career mode. We're going to go a little bit different with clubs with career mode. Unless you want a Burnley career mode as well, we'll we'll certainly do that. But the plan is to do a Wolves career mode, do something a little bit different this year as regards the career mode videos. But I hope you very much enjoyed our coverage today. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you all again around about 1:20 tomorrow lunchtime. Hopefully I'll be wide awake for that one, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you for Chris for sticking by me, and he will be back next weekend as well, as he said. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Until then, from me, JB, and from Chris down in Brighton, it's goodbye.